Hi friends! Today we spend time with Miss Hawaii 2023 star Dahl-Thurston. First in the kitchen as she shares her favorite dish to assemble. Then we hit the pink sofa for some girl talk on empowering women. And the fashion sense models help decode wedding dress code for guests on the next episode.
Presented by D Suihiro Electric Gig, Sundays 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph with Fashion Sense, restyling runway looks to the walkways of Hawaii and providing smart solutions to all your fashion needs.
Thank you. Hi friends! What a treat it is today to have star Dahl-Thurston, Miss Hawaii, and she is teaching us her favorite meal or dish.
Yes, it really is my favorite. Today we're gonna do a salami rose. So we're gonna start with 5 pieces of salami.
Gotcha.
Kind of take as many as you want, depending on how big you want your rose.
Okay.
And you're just gonna line them up so they're overlapping about halfway and you're making a line with them. And then you're gonna fold it in half, hot dog style. Switch it around and then you're gonna start rolling. Bit nice and tight.
Ooh, I
so
see
that
it
you're
happening.
so you're getting a really pretty rose. And then, boom! Boom! You got it. So then take one of your Q-tips. I mean your
Toothpicks.
toothpicks. Yeah, it's not gonna work as good.
Do not stick this in your ear.
Yeah, that way too. You poke it through to secure it, and then you have a really easy, grabbable rose.
I love it.
That just goes right on your board like that. And with the different types of meats or cheeses that have different textures, the rose will actually fluctuate what it looks like.
Nice.
Because the really cool thing about a beautiful board is different texture, different depths. You're adding fruit, you're adding nuts, and also layering. So you don't often want a really flat board, you want something that gives texture. Dimension, exactly.
Right. Gotcha.
That's one of my favorite parts about making it work. Oh, you're faster than me.
It's because I want to get to the end and eat this.
And eat it, right? Yeah. I probably eat half the board before I even make one.
Hot dog style.
Kind of bigger.
And roll.
And then we're rolling, keeping it tight. And you can roll it looser if you want a different kind
Oh,
of
look,
flour.
I can like,
Yeah, you can roll it down. Oh, sickening.
look what I just did.
Yeah.
All right.
The nice thing is if you mess it up, you just pop it in your mouth and you start again. So I recently discovered that I had a gluten intolerance. So I actually like to dip my cheese in different kinds of jams and use that as my cracker. And it just makes it, oh gosh, it's so good.
Oh gosh,
So
that
even-
sounds delish.
I'll get hard cheese and I will even cut it to look like a cracker. So I'm kidding myself, you know?
I feel so crafty.
Right? And then your friends come over and you have this gorgeous board, and I can't tell you how many times my friends have asked, oh, where did you buy this board? Who made this? Girl, I did. Period.
Hello, I can do this. Friends, do not make this when you're hungry.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
The way that I ate a whole pack of salami while we were setting up.
I always say, you are the queen of your kitchen.
Oh yeah, period. Well, I'm falling
Okay.
behind. You're really doing really well.
I'm jamming.
Yeah. She's hungry.
I am. And I love that your roses don't have to be rolled perfect.
No.
Right?
It's almost like you don't want to eat it if it's too perfect.
Now let's put together our board.
Yes, let's
All right.
do it.
You got one there.
Oh, perfect.
Now I take my little sippy.
Yeah, a sippy poo. We earned it after.
Cheese.
Okay,
Fresh arugula.
that's
Ta-da!
gorgeous.
And
Shop
then-
organic. Yes.
Ooh, look, and we can just make a garden. Just let your garden grow, girl, however you're feeling. The beauty about charcuterie boards is you can just,
Assemble, create, have fun.
wherever that you see as a board, fill it with something.
Yes.
Ooh,
I love it. It's
ooh.
going. It's going.
There we go.
You want to have a knife available because you can cut any of the cheese, any salami into different kinds of shapes. So that really adds to the depth and dimension of your board. And I saw this cool thing on the internet.
Yeah.
You put 2 chopsticks.
Okay.
You put your cheese. First time ever. Here, I hope it really works out. Make little cuts like that. Turn it over, and you do the same thing, but like not on the parts that you cut. And then it should come out in like this really pretty spiral that I'm praying to Jesus comes out because we're on TV. And it would be great if it came out. Oh, and it kind of did a little bit.
I love it.
Go grind it, Val.
Oh my
Grind
gosh. As you can tell, I'm hungry.
Boom.
Lovely.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Star. This is so fun.
Thank you. You did such a beautiful job.
So did you. Friends, don't go away. Up ahead, Star and I get on the pink sofa for some girl talk. We'll be right back. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fashion Sense Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Hawaii Sports Radio Network on AM 760 and FM 95.1 is the freshest local sports station in Hawaii. We are the official radio broadcast partner of the Oahu Interscholastic Association. Listen live to Hawaii high school sports and wake up in the den with Ku'ule Agbayani, weekday mornings at 8 a.m. It's the only woman-led sports talk show in Hawaii. Follow them on social media at HI Sports Radio or visit hawaiisportsradio.com.
Hi friends, it's time for Beauty Talk with Lash Master and Educator Deidre Harvey of Zolash Pro. Hi Deidre.
Hi Val.
There are so many questions around lash extensions, so I love these Beauty Talks. One came in from our website that asked, will my natural lashes get damaged from lash extensions?
So lash extensions should not damage your natural lashes. You want to make sure that you find a certified and licensed lash artist that knows how to properly apply extensions. Someone doesn't know how to apply it properly. Maybe they're attaching an extension to more than one natural lash. And because your natural lashes grow at different lengths at a different pace, oftentimes you can pull out one or two or multiple ones, and you can really damage a lash follicle.
Now, I've been wearing lash extensions for a number of years, and I feel my natural lashes are pretty healthy.
Yes, your lashes are great. So when I look at your lashes, I'm looking at the extensions and the natural lashes, and they look really healthy, right? I'm not seeing any sparse areas, there's no lashes missing, so you're doing great.
Oh, thank you. I have a great lash stylist. So friends, it's really important to make sure that you work with a licensed, professional, certified lash stylist to protect your natural lashes. If you have a question for our beauty expert, head to our website, fashionsensehawaii.com.
For more information, you can email us at info@zolashpro.com.
We'll be right back.
Fashion Sense Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Hi, Dr. Dave. Always good to see you. So what is TMJ?
We say temporal mandibular joint dysfunction, or TMJ dysfunction. So that's when there's a problem with the jaw.
Okay.
So the jaw is much like your knee, and it's used a lot in like its function, right? So there's a disc, and sometimes that disc will slip, sometimes there'll be inflammation, sometimes you'll get symptoms of tension headache. So it can cause a lot of different problems. There's three main causes we'll talk about. So the first one is malocclusion. So with malocclusion, your jaw won't sit right, and then that can cause problems, or TMJ dysfunction.
Okay.
The other one is an injury. So if you get in a car accident or a sports injury, that's why we always recommend sports guards, athletic guards.
That makes sense.
It's not always because of the teeth, it's because of the blow that can crack the condyle. So it's very important during any contact sports you have the athletic guards. So the last one is going to be stress. So some people carry the stress in their shoulders and clench. Some people, it reaches up to their necks and they have tension headaches. So I used to wake up and my muscles would be sore because I'd be clenching the whole night. And not until I got a night guard, which is what a dentist will make to help you open your bite so that you can't clench as much. So it's relieving clenching.
What can we do to treat it?
Yeah, so aside from that night guard, so one is going to be orthodontics to correct your underbite or your malocclusion so that your jaw can sit properly. The other one that we want to avoid though is jaw surgery. There are times where we'll have to do surgeries to move the jaw into the correct position so that the joint can sit correctly. We want to treat malocclusions as early as we can. And that's where your pediatric dentist will be able to see if they have a crossbite that we can expand them and get them to fit normally, because we want kids to grow in a symmetrical and not asymmetrical way.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And what's recent that has come about is dentists are now using Botox to inject around muscles. So Botox basically is a neurotoxin that will paralyze muscles.
Okay.
So it doesn't allow the muscles to clench as tight because it's paralyzing it. So they use the same thing in the muscles of mastication or the muscles that chew that causes clenching, and it can cause release.
Thank you, Dr. Dave. Always great tips. Guys, for more information, head to kidshinehawaii.com, Oahu's most referred pediatric dentist.
If you guys need night guards or athletic guards, we can fabricate them there. So come stop by.
We'll be right back.
Fashion Sense Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Kidshine Pediatric Dental Group is coming to Kailua at the Aikahi Shopping Center, voted Hawaii's best pediatric dentist since 2016 and serving the children of Hawaii for over 40 years. We specialize in orthodontics, laser dentistry, and oral surgery.
I'm Dr. Supriya, and I look forward to meeting you and your whole family at our new state-of-the-art Kailua location.
Go to kidshinehawaii.com and book a free consultation today.
Hi friends, it's time for Real Estate Talk with our real estate expert, Denise Miyahira. Hi Denise.
Hi Val. So today let's talk about a seller's market versus a buyer's market.
Okay.
In a seller's market, you have very little supply and a huge amount of demand. And in this case, a buyer is going to go crazy trying to make an offer. They're going to compete with the other buyers, so they might go over the asking price. They might throw in some things like, we'll take it the way it is. We don't need any, we don't need to do inspections or repairs or anything. And they're trying to outbid each other to try to get the seller's attention. And in a buyer's market, now we have too much supply and very little demand. Now the buyer's in the driver's seat because the buyer's like, I got all these different options. Which one should I get? And now the seller's like, hey, come make an offer on my house. Give me a credit. I'll give you a credit. Maybe I'll throw in an appliance or maintenance fees and pay it for you. So they're doing something to try to entice that buyer to come make an offer on their house. And so you could be having simultaneously a seller's market and buyer's market, but in different neighborhoods. So work with the realtor to identify the different markets, and that way you know what you're dealing with when you want to make an offer on a house.
And I think also knowing what your budget is will help steer you in the neighborhood, right?
Absolutely. So that's the first thing, right?
Yeah.
Is know what your budget is.
Yeah.
Once you know what the budget is, you can identify in that neighborhood, what is this? Is this a seller's market, a buyer's market? How am I going to make a contract and how am I going to negotiate with the seller knowing this information?
Great tips, Denise. And I think the key takeaway here, friends, is to always work with a licensed professional realtor. For more pro tips, head to our website, fashionsensehawaii.com. For anything real estate related, contact Denise directly.
Thanks, Val. And together we'll find the keys to your happy home.
We'll be right back.
Fashion Sense Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
It takes a lot of little things to make a successful classroom. But it only takes one small donation to make a difference. A donation to our island's public schools is a giant step towards building a future for our keiki. Learn how you can make a difference at communityhelpingschools.org.
Hi, Star. Thank you so
Hi.
much for being here. What a treat to have you. You are our Miss Hawaii 2023. Yay! And you're going on to compete next year for the Miss America title.
Oh man.
How exciting that is. But tell us about your scholarship pageant journey.
Miss Hawaii was my second pageant I had done. I had only done one maybe 6 months before. Never imagined that I would actually be on a stage competing with other women. It's just not something I saw for myself. But in my first pageant, I found this amazing environment where you reflect on where you are now and you decide the woman you want to be on the stage, and then you set up a plan to get there. And it was this incredible self-growth journey that I became obsessed with and was so excited to then go from Miss Chinatown to Miss Hawaii. And it's a lot of what I base my nonprofit off of.
Now, your talent was a spoken word poem. Some might say it's not a traditional talent.
More than some. Yeah. Almost everybody I encountered tried to tell me to do another talent because for Miss Hawaii, people want singing and dancing and more traditional talents.
Right.
And I tried that. I was gonna dance and go down that path, but the more that I did it, the less authentic it felt because that wasn't something that I normally do. And so I'm a big journaler. That was kind of the only type of writing I had done. But I knew if I was going to be the most authentic version of myself on the stage, I'd have to do something that I do in real life. And so I was left with poetry, which I love. And I'm so blessed that it worked out and that it connected with people.
You are the first Miss Hawaii that actually won with that type of talent, right?
Yes, first one,
Yeah.
which was so validating and encouraging, not only for me, but I feel like I can use that win to share with other women that as long as you're being true to who you are, there's going to be a positive outlook. People are going to connect because it's you. I also think it marks kind of the change that we're seeing in pageantry, specifically the Miss America system. There's a new CEO who's come out and said, I want this to be an authentic experience and something that looks different but connects the same way. Ku'a Collective is my nonprofit that I started as my community service initiative for Miss Hawaii. And it's so much a part of what I think God's purpose is for me here in Hawaii. And it's me trying to translate my experience in pageants into an accessible space for women, which means helping them unlock their authenticity, building self-esteem, and then empowering them to get engaged in their community, which I feel Miss Hawaii did for me. And the entire goal is not to mold young women into something, but rather take them and ask them what their purpose is and then help them get there. I was raised by a single mother and my grandmother, so I come from a line of strong women, and that was all that I had in certain seasons. And there's something so valuable about an environment and community of women. It's what I love about Miss Hawaii. It's what I love about the community I'm building for Ku'a Collective.
What are your plans after your reigning year?
I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into film. So I'm an aspiring film producer and I'm really excited to go down that path. So hoping to go back into my professional job, but also to expand the nonprofit. I said it on the stage and I really mean it that getting Ku'a Collective into these schools in Hawaii is so important for building our community, but I have a vision to see it on the continent.
What is your advice to young women who are still trying to find themselves?
I think the number one piece of advice I would give young girls is to just love themselves where they're at. That's the most important part of growth because you really need to have a strong foundation of who you are in order to even discover who that is in the future. And there's that sweet spot of loving yourself but also being uncomfortable where you just start shooting up. And then once you start breaking the glass ceilings, it's unstoppable.
And lastly, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Favorite color?
Yellow.
Ooh. Besides your wallet, keys, and ID, what are the 3 things that you must travel with?
My inhaler.
Okay.
Plumping lip gloss. Ooh. And my Cocoa Java face coffee scrub.
Of course. Great. Well, Star, thank you so much for being here. It was so fun. I'm so excited to see your journey.
Thank you for having me.
You're
this is
welcome.
Incredible. You're fabulous.
You are too, girl.
So today I am at Gunstock Ranch planting the Hawaiian legacy trees, and I'm about to plant one very special to my heart that is in dedication to Miss Hawaii, but in dedication to my mom. She passed away just about 2.5 years ago from ovarian cancer, and every child wants to grow up and make a lot of money so they can buy their parents a house or a car, and I didn't get to do that, but I get to plant this tree, which I learned all of the trees that we planted today over the next 50 years are going to help reforestation here in Hawaii, and my mom was a big believer in legacy, so I am proud to do this for her today.
And Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Hawaiian Coffee Body Scrubs. Moisturizing, rejuvenating, energizing, beautiful. Handmade in Hawaii with aloha. Coco Java.
Hi friends. As many grains of sand as there are on the beach are just as many ways as we can work our core. We are going to get creative today and use our sandbag to assist in this core plank pull. Now, what if you're saying, but I don't have a bag, I don't have a sandbag? That's okay, let's use a regular bag. This is an example. This is my cooler bag. Usually I fill it with food. You can grab a backpack, fill the backpack up with something weighted like books. That way it gives you some challenge and resistance. We are gonna get started. I'm using my sandbag right here. We're gonna plank over it. So to set yourself up in your plank position, nothing changes. We're still gonna keep nice and tight core, squeezing all the things, as well as making sure that our shoulders are stacked above the elbows, above the wrists. Now, talk about your plank. Don't dip into your plank. That's a sad plank. Don't bring your tailbone too high. That's not working the core. But press forward, stacking, pressing heavy on the thumb side of the palm. We're gonna take our front arm, which is this guy here, and I'm gonna reach under, grab, pull, plant, reach, pull, plant in your plank. Now make sure you're not wiggling as you move around. Keep it nice and solid. Now, for this, you can actually put a timer on, continue your planking and pulling, maybe a minute. Maybe you're saying, but Gina, I'm just getting started. Go for half a minute, 30 seconds. Either way, whichever one you choose, you will surely feel the effects. Ooh, I'm sweating already. Remember, let's always be kind to our body.
Fashions and Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
Welcome back. If you've been stumped on what to wear to a wedding, you are not alone. This happens to many of us, especially when the invite doesn't clearly state what the dress code is. So I thought we'd decode some of the most common, starting with the casual dress code. This means that the event is probably outdoors on the lawn or on the beach. A floral dress is appropriate, something summery, even something short. That would be ideal for this beautiful outdoor venue. Now, if the event says white tie dress code, this means the most dressiest formal attire possible. Think White House state dinners and royal events. You should wear a formal floor-length evening gown. No exceptions. Jen's gown flows like royalty and is perfect for a white tie garden wedding. Be sure to add appropriate items to cover plunging necklines. A step down from the white tie is the black tie dress code. This usually indicates that it is a formal evening event. While floor-length gowns in luxurious fabrics are preferred, it's also okay to wear an elegant pantsuit like Nicole's if you're more comfortable with that silhouette. And if the invitation calls for an all-white dress code, don't be shy, but make sure your outfit does not outshine the bride. Cocktail is a very popular dress code, and it's a balance between elegant and comfortable. Instead of a floor-length dress, opt for a T-length, knee-length, or a midi one like Haley. Braids and dainty flowers in her hair pull it together for an elegant vibe. Another very popular dress code is semi-formal, dressy casual, or aloha. Dressy casual. That alone can be confusing. For these dress codes, you'll want to pay close attention to details of where and when the ceremony will be held. For a daytime garden event, light colors and airy fabrics in dresses below the knee like what Takaya is wearing is appropriate. This dress also fits the bill for dress codes of semi-formal, dressy casual, and even the popular aloha wear. White, just don't. Leave the white, the off-white, the ivory, the champagne, all those hues to the bride, unless the invitation specifically requests that all guests be wearing white. Adrienne is a bridal beauty in her wedding dress that deserves the spotlight. Whether the wedding is formal or more casual, be respectful to the couple, their family, and other guests by dressing appropriately. And don't be afraid to ask for clarification to prevent any mishaps or upset brides. And that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always great sharing with you. And a very special thank you to D-Sui, Hero Electric, and Hawaii Sports Radio Network. To view all of our episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or head to our website to send us your favorite recipes or questions. We'd love to share them on the show. Let's stay connected. Until next time, be fabulous, be beautiful, be the best version of you. We'll see you again. First, in the kitchen, as she shares her favorite dish.
Way more demand than what exists.
I was gonna say, wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, me too. I got confused. Okay, start again.
Okay, ready?
Doesn't clearly state what the dress code is. So I thought we'd decode some of the most, oh my gosh, wardrobe malfunction. Next.
Yeah. Sick. Ready?
I like this. Is fun. This is exciting. Okay, and action.
Fashion Sense is presented by the Sui Hero Electric Gang, Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.